Hi Year 5. Well done for your artist copies. I know they were really tricky. Bridget Riley is a perfectionist and, as I said before, a mathematician to get her illusions to look like illusions. So well done for trying to copy her work because it is tricky, especially things like circles. This week we are on our last lesson and I thought it would be nice to conclude the project by you creating your own patterns or illusions. So I wanted us to recap on what we've done and then I will show you how you need to lay out the page, but then I'm going to leave it up to you. I will give you some success criteria to achieve to make sure that what you are creating does match what we've done in the project, but the style of pattern and the colours will be completely up to you, and it'll be up to you if you want to make it look like an illusion or just a very effective pattern. Let's just do a quick recap. So we have done our optical patterns and we have done small squares and diagonals and curves of different sizes, side squares and triangles. Also don't forget, that you did your optical art page. If you did any types of patterns on the sides here that you think might be effective, then please use those. We then went on to our colour patterns after we did our practice black and whites. So if there was anything here that you liked, if you like the contrast of the blue and the orange, or the complementary contrast of the blue and orange, or the analogues where they are together on the colour wheel, the blue and the green, or if you like the spiral effect. The one thing I will say about if you're doing any type of circle, if you want it to be perfect, either draw around a bowl, which sounds a bit strange, but a bowl has a really good curve on it, or use a compass to make sure the circle is a perfect circle, because that's how you'll make it look really good, or any edge of a curve, but it's quite hard to draw it freehand to make it look accurate. If you can draw it freehand, great, but use things to help you if you can't. Finally, we went on to the artist copy, and there is my fragment there, sideways. It's quite good. It looks good actually both ways, I have to say. So use everything you've done so far, anything that you liked or enjoyed or had an idea of. This lesson is for the opportunity. So I will draw out the page now to help you with your layout, and then you guys can show me your creativity. So here is my layout. Titled this work Final Pattern. If you wanted to call it Final Illusion, you can, but it is the final, so just be aware of that. As you can see on my page, I've really tried to use majority of the page. This is a 19 by 19 centimetre square, and the reason I've chosen you a square for your layout is it seems to be the most effective shape to create the most effective patterns. When Bridget Riley's done her work and when we've done our practice, because everything is even and symmetrical, it really helps to put through like guidelines here or to get things in proportion. The other thing I wanted to say is if you want to maybe do 2 patterns within one box, you can, that is absolutely fine. But just remember the criteria, give it a strong title, draw in pencil, and then add your colour in pen very neatly. So I've just styled my title, and if this was finished, I would have a really lovely patterned image here in maybe black and white or on colour with accurate details and lines. I just wanted to show you the document I've made for this before I complete the video. So it tells you the task at the top. It does emphasise here to use the criteria to help you be successful. We have the stages of how we make it here and an example of how your page would look before you've added in your final piece. So you've got your title and your square. And then down here we have got the criteria. So 3 aspects, we've got layout, the image and the colour. So if you look down here, to achieve what you must achieve, you should have drawn out the layout, selected a pattern and drawn it, and you should have added some strong colour in different areas. If you want to progress and achieve further, we work here. So when you've drawn out the layout, you've done it thoughtfully and added in a clear title. When you have done your drawing, you've tried to create an interesting pattern or illusion that fills the whole box. And when you've done your colour, you've done it carefully and you've gone right up to the edges. If you want to achieve the best you can, you want to work in the could box. So it says you've been thoughtful and creative when you've done your layout and have done a styled title rather than a clear one. You've then chosen a pattern or illusion that is interesting and unique and has lots of detail. And then finally, you have worked carefully and accurately to complete your colouring, going right up to the edge of the box. So I'm hoping you can see that as the colour progresses, you've added strong colour is the basic, the should is you've done it carefully, and the could is you're careful and accurate. So as you work along each aspect, it explains how you could do it better. So please use this. People that use this in other, in the last project of the mark making, the ones I could see that used the criteria were very successful. So please use it to help you too. And I do make them to help because that is the aim. I want you guys to get even better than you know you can be. As always, please upload your completed work to Teams and we will give you some feedback. I really hope that you enjoy creating and filling this box with your own creativity, originality and your imagination. Thank you.